What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So as y'all know, I did end up doing all of the main normal super license testing here, which I have to admit, they really weren't as terrible as I thought they were going to be. I did end up getting all of the other ones fully gold as well in the normal license part, but I was like, you know what, let's jump into the master one and do all of these as well. So the first one here is going to be the National B. I got all of these gold. Moving over to National A, got all of these done as well. Also got the International and also International A there. And then finally the Super Licensed ones, which I'm also going to go over each one of these in the coming days, with this video starting with the lovely Master S1 in one of my favorite cars, the Civic Type R. Now I do admit, I feel like a lot of players, if you did end up doing the normal licensing ones, you will probably be able to do most of these. I would say some are probably going to give you a few issues, which do not worry, when I get to that specific master license, I will be talking about why I think that one might be difficult. But the first one here is going to be the Civic Type R. So for this one, guys, I would say a lot of players are going to jump into this vehicle if you haven't driven it, and you're probably going to be similar to I am. You're going to be like, okay, so is the car going to be good? Are you going to like it? What settings should I run for this car to be great? So for my settings, and if you are wondering, yes, I am running a controller. This is going to be the settings I am currently running, guys. I have not touched anything on it. I normally left most of this pretty much stock for every single challenge because I was like, don't really need to change them, to be honest with you. But for the assist settings, though, I'm going to be running a manual transmission, and my TC is going to be on 0. For the ABS, I then have that on default, which I would recommend leaving the ABS on default. I mean, a few of them you could probably change them around, but I did notice on most of these super licensed tests, you do not have to touch the ABS setting. So for the Civic Type R, though, the biggest tips I can give on this track is, well, to be honest, guys, you're really going to have to push the Civic Type R if you've never driven it. The reason why I do say that is not only is this car going to handle incredibly well, and in fact, in multiple areas, I think it handles a lot better than I thought it would. It is going to be able to really dip into the corners, come out of them with insane power. But the biggest thing I noticed about the Civic is going to come down to the way it does shift. Now, this is also why I do recommend running manual, especially on this event. The reason for that is when you are driving this vehicle, you're probably going to notice in second gear that it's not going to over rev that much, but in third gear, though, it is going to start redlining around maybe 70-ish miles an hour, maybe even 67, something like that. And you're like, okay, well, let me go shift this thing real quick to get more power. The thing is, though, you can over rev this car to like 85 plus miles an hour, guys, in third gear. And you know what's funny, though? For me, this is probably the turning point that did end up making me that much faster around every single corner. When I was going in this, I did not realize the third gear can over rev as much as it did, and you can easily get around most corners pretty much pushing the car in that gear. You don't even have to shift. If you also shift too early, then boom, you end up losing power. So I would recommend keeping the car in third, guys, flying around it. You will be really surprised how much faster you do end up becoming. This is also probably why I would recommend running manual, because of this one reason. It is not only going to make you faster, but being able to pick your own gears in the corners is also going to make you a way faster and also a better driver. But if you have any questions, do let me know in the comments below. Here's the gold run I did end up getting in the Honda Civic Type R.